Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a fantastic day out there. Thank you as always for joining me here, hopping on in, coming by, stopping by, etc., etc. Hope you're doing well. What are we doing today? A little bit from Dead Kennedys. It's been a while since we've listened to them. We're going to listen to this track coming off of their album Plastic Surgery Disasters, which I've heard a lot of things about, a lot of great things about this particular album. We're listening to this song, Moon Over Marin, off the album. Actually, this may be a single from the band. It may not necessarily be off the album. It may be a single. Don't quote me on that. Like I show it here on this album, but it may not actually be on the album. I'm not sure. Either way, we're listening to it because this was suggested and sponsored by Jonathan. So Jonathan, thank you so much for the recommendation. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the support as well. Has it been suggested by anyone else? Naturally. Lord Elpis, Jack Maddox, Jaheet, Spawn, I see you. Jack Dearman, I see you. Heath Corned Beef, I see you. Love the name. Tim Feely, and it goes on from there to Blaine Williams a few years ago. So thank you guys so much as well for the suggestion. Let's go ahead and dive on in. We'll discuss it a little bit after Moon Over Marin. It's been a while since we've listened to them, huh? It's the final track on the album.
Crowded future stings my eyes. I still find time to exercise in a uniform with 2 white stripes. Unlock my section of the sand. It's fenced off to the water's edge. I clamp a gas mask on my head on my beach at night. Bathing in my moonlight.
Oh, you really pushed that. That vibrato.
Another tanker's hit the rocks, abandoned to spill out its guts. The sand is laced with sticky glass. Shimmering moonlight sheen upon the waves and water clogged with oil. White gas and steam up from the soil. On my beach at night, bathing around the light.
His voice is so unique, especially in a track like this. That's a catchy melody.
Fish between my toes, try not to step on any bones. I turn around, then I go home. I slip back through my basement door, switch off all that I own below. Dive in my scalding wooden tub, my own beach at night, bathing in my moonlight. There will always be a moon over Marin.
Like a little bend on the bass.
Wasn't that a nice visit? Don't forget, a psychiatrist is on duty 24 hours a day in the Blue Room, just up from the parking garage. Drink plenty of water when you take these. Now you can relax and return to your job.
Okay. I don't know if this album is a concept album, but I feel like that outro, if this is a concept album, possibly could connect the whole storyline there. But this is the final track, and I love, it's been a while since we've listened to Dead Kennedys. I love how catchy it is, raw it is. This feels like a song that I've never been like a skate kind of guy, like a skater or whatever. I tried to at one point, but I looked down the vert ramp and I said, yeah, I'm good, buddy. I did try once. But I feel like this is a track that makes me want to go out and skateboard. I don't know why. It's just giving off that energy. It's making me want to go out and possibly hurt something. I mean myself, unfortunately, if I try to grind on those things. Biafra sounds so cool in here. I think that, well, I don't know. Well, I wouldn't know. But I think that his voice is so unique and so cool in a track like this. You know, in punk where, you know, people are trying to be rah, like, you know, more aggressive. He gets that point across, sure, but his voice, like, like that quick, high-pitched warble that he kind of bounces back and forth between, I think it's so cool. And I think it sounds so good in a track like this, like kind of contrasting the heaviness of it. You know, while it's still melodic, it has a heavy energy, right, to it. But I think that his voice just kind of swings around that like a rubber ball bouncing off of rubber walls. And it's cool. It makes the music, to me, immediately stand out. And I love how catchy it is in every single respect. So not just from the main groove of it during the verse, but the chorus is great. But after that chorus, when the guitar line comes up from East Bay Ray, I love how it's like, it cuts through. It has kind of an anthemic tone to it. Like it has that, like he's almost going to start playing Star Spangled Banner, right? But he doesn't. He just plays a cool melodic lead off of that, plays it for a few bars, and then it goes switches back into the verse. And I just think that that particular structure works really well in a song like this. The bass is driving really nice from Fluoride. You're swishing it back and forth in your mouth, and it comes out groovy. And there's a few moments where he adds in this kind of wow, wow, wow. He just kind of goes up and down on the string there, which kind of sounds cool. Pligros rocking it out like usual. Like, it's just a fun track to listen to that has a big energy to it, some cool searing guitar, and some great vocals courtesy of Biafra. I love the like that. It's almost like if Brian Ferry was like going off and he was adding that vibrato everywhere in a song like this. And we may have a little bit of an environmental message here as well. The crowded future stings my eyes. I still find time to exercise. In a uniform with 2 white stripes, unlock my section of the sand. It's fenced off to the water's edge. I clamp a gas mask on my head. He's going out for a little bit of a jog. On my beach at night, bathe in my moonlight. Another tanker's hit the rocks, abandoned to spill out its guts. The sand is laced with sticky glops. Oh, shimmering moonlight, sheen upon. The waves and water clogged with oil, white gases steam up from the soil. At least you got your gas mask on, because otherwise it might be a bit of a polluted jog there. I squish dead fish between my toes, try not to step on any bones. I turn around and I go home. I slip back through my basement door, switch off all that I own below, dive in my scalding wooden tub. I guess you got to burn off all the bacteria and things that you expose yourself to there. There will always be a moon over Marin. So perhaps, like, even as bad as things are, with all the pollution, oil tanker spills and stuff like that, as bad as things are, there'll still be perhaps a little bit of hope, a little bit of good in the bad, no matter how bad things get. And then this ending there, wasn't that a nice visit? Don't forget, a psychiatrist is on duty 24 hours a day in a blue room just up from the parking garage. Drink plenty of water when you take these. Now you can relax and return to your job. This could also be like, since this is the end of the album, like, wasn't that a nice visit? Wasn't that a nice listen? If you need a psychiatrist, they're on duty 24/7 up there in the blue room. Just head on over. Let's look at some of the info on this track. Let's see if there is anything here. Nothing on Moon Over Marin. If you don't mind, give me a Control F. Let's see. Similarly, Weber's spoken outro after Moon Over Marin revisits Advice from Christmas Past, a previous track here, and is listed as such on some editions of the album. I see here that's the first album, or first track, rather, on the album here. So kind of ties things together from the beginning to the end. Says the album is darker and more hardcore influenced than their previous album as a result of the band trying to expand on the sound and mood they achieved with their single Holiday in Cambodia. It's the first full-length album to feature drummer Peligro and is Biafra's favorite album here as well. So nothing necessarily about Moon Over Marin. We could, of course, there's some info at the top here, I forgot. Set in the near future, the song is narrated by a smugly confident jogger in Marin County, the wealthy enclave connected to San Fran by the Golden Gate Bridge. It imagines a rapid environmental decline accelerated by an oil spill, which the jogger blithely ignores. He put his mask on. He ain't worrying about it whatsoever. He's saying, yeah, I'm good. I'll take my run, head back down to the basement, turn off all my stuff, take a nice bath. We're doing all right. Let me just hit my hat. Let me know what you guys thought, of course, of the track in the comments down below. I hope that you enjoyed it. Hope that you had a nice time with it. Jonathan, thank you so much once again for the request and for the support. I appreciate that. Have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. Bye, guys.